Today is a very important day. Today is a very special day. Here in our nation, we have come to commission the Anti-Touting Special Squad. And this Anti-Touting Squad will operate largely what I would call around the greater Onitsha area, and systematically also will cover the entire state. It's a very special day because today we have come to begin a very powerful journey, if you like, an acceleration. We've been getting onto that. Since we assumed office, we've been doing this. But we have come now to make a very important acceleration on our key promise to the people living in the greater Onitsha area and the people of Anambra State. And that is to restore this state back to being a state known for law and order. A state known for law and order. And for the greater Onitsha area, yes, law and order. Law and order. As you are aware, when we assumed office, about 8 local governments were totally taken over by the hoodlums. Thanks to the combined efforts of our security agencies and security forces, including the vigilante service, and of course the army, the police, civil defense, the navy, intelligence unit, the DSS, and so on. And like I said, including our vigilante services. Their combined efforts and together with the support of the citizens. Because I must commend all of you. If you see something, say something. If you see something, you say something. You have been cooperating relatively. And today I think everyone agrees that these 8 local governments have been liberated, and Anambra is getting much peaceful. Of course, the remnants are still there because, like we said at the beginning, these people are not into anything else. Forget anything anybody says, whether it's doing agitation or whatever. It's just plain criminality. They get into criminality, they get into kidnapping, they kidnap for ransom because they make money out of it. But we are determined to rid them out of this state. For the youths, we ask you, come out of your hiding. Get out of the bushes. Human beings don't live in the bush. Only animals live in the bush. Get out of the bush. We will help to rehabilitate you and get you integrated back into society to become useful citizens so that you can be useful to your family, useful to your community, useful to the state, and useful to the nation, useful to humanity. Come out. Human beings don't live in the bush. Now, while we are dealing with that at that larger scale, there is the specific one about touting. Touting. You know, here in Opiweka, in and around, whether you are heading to Ochanja, or you are heading through Owerri Road, or you are going to Oka, or going back to the head bridge, or then in the various markets in and around, 5 local governments contiguous, Onitsha North, Onitsha South, Obaru, Idemili North, and Oyi. These 5 local government contiguous in and around these places, you find touts all over the place. When I was campaigning, this was one major request that the people living within this axis were requesting of me. They asked, please, even if you don't do anything else for us, get the touts out. Was that the truth? Yes. We've been getting them, arresting them in hundreds, but the more you arrest them, the more they even come back. As you are arresting them, they are coming back. But we want to assure them that the days are numbered. When we catch you now, we will catch you again. I wish you good luck. I wish you good luck. Good luck. Okay? We wish you the good luck. And I want to say to you, to the people of Anambra, this is going to be, it's not just going to be a fight, it's going to be a war. It's going to be a war. Because when you come in an environment where lawlessness has become culture, trying to restore law and order is always a very difficult one. Very difficult one. Now we are trying to, we have brought back the traffic agencies back to begin to control the way people drive and so on. That there is something like one way, you don't go through one way. There is something like, and I want to say this, and people start complaining. Oh, why did they arrest me? This one way, what is one way? You come and see a queue, vehicles lined in a queue. You will not queue up. What you do is to bypass, because those ones in the queue must be stupid. You go and run one way, and then when they catch you, they say, these people are, why are they? They should have left you. Because, you know, lawlessness and recklessness. On the roads, accidents every day, everywhere. Because people are recklessly driving, overspeeding. And I want to assure you, in the Anambra, we're now going to mark systematically, because you don't find the road signs. Even with the roads, the speed limits, we're now going to mark most of our roads, if not all, and indicate speed limits. That's what you find everywhere else in the world. Everywhere in the world, you have speed limits on every road. You have speed limits in every road. And if you go past it, they will catch you and deal with you. But here, there is none. We're going to be deliberate about putting all of those. So people stop wasting people's lives needlessly. Of course, yes, occasionally you'll find some excesses of our enforcement agencies who might go overboard. Either exercise of undue exercise of violence or so on the on who is caught and so on and so forth. And I apologize to those who may have been victims of this undue exercise of violence. But we must never forget that we're trying to deal with a problem. There will always be some occasional collateral damages here and there. That is what you find in a war front when you are at war. We are fighting a war to bring back the soul of our society. A society that is governed by law and order. A society that is governed by law and order. Not a society where everything goes. Everybody writes the rules and everybody does as he wants. No society in the world can thrive that way. An example of how we have gone badly is the decline and almost that Onitsha died. When the Honorable Commissioner was speaking, he talked about the time and days when you used to find long convoys of vehicles who have come, that have come here to buy, to shop. Onitsha was the place to be, the largest market in West Africa. But we seem to have lost much of the glory because touts and criminals will not let people come and shop in peace. Yeah. Because touts everywhere. They will not allow people to come and shop and go home in peace. And today we are beginning that journey. That journey is a journey to rescue Onitsha. It's not just to rescue Onitsha, but to rescue Anambra State as a commercial hub of this West African sub-region. And an important element of that, beside all the roads that we're doing all around the place, trying to breathe back life into it, beside trying to desilt and get runoff water again, going back into the River Niger, instead of drowning people every year, beside, like I said, fixing the basic infrastructure, besides ensuring that those who are sick will find a place to go to, the entire Onitsha South, the entire Obaru, never had any hospital. We are building general hospitals in those places now. While we are rebuilding all of this, and then of course our children, the poorest of the poor people, now can have access to free medical services. Our pregnant women can now go and have free antenatal and free delivery in all public hospitals. And our public schools that died, completely died, we are determined, very intentional about resurrecting our public schools to become the models. They are going to become models. And we are going to invest heavily in them so that the children of the poor, especially the poorest of the poor, who are condemned to the public schools, will also have the best, the most qualitative education that is available. Now, all of these services we are providing without asking anybody, where do you come from? We're not asking you your state, whether you come from the moon or whether you come from the stars, whether you come from Nigeria, you come from anywhere else. All we're asking you is to enjoy our facilities, but live here in peace. Leave us in peace. If you visit us, if you come, whether you are Onyanamura or not, live here in peace and let us prosper. The reason why many people who are not indigents of the state flock to Anambra is because it's a land of prosperity, isn't it? It is a place to make money. But then when you come and you scare people away from coming to shop here, from coming to trade, this is the hub for a lot of commodities like fish and so on and so forth. Onitsha is the capital in West Africa. But if you scare people away, then this prosperity leaves us. Everybody gets impoverished. No. So, what we are saying today to both Ndi Anambra and Ndi Aburo, the non-Anambra, if you like, residents, is to please, we have an agenda. One state, one people, one agenda. We don't care where you come from. But if you are here, you must live here in peace. Abide by the rules. I'm going to read this whole place, all these places, Headbridge area, Owerri Road, getting to Mpo, even to Umoji or Gidi, then down to Nkwele and all those axes, and down to the Onitsha North and Onitsha South. Numbers will be made public very shortly. Numbers will be made public very shortly. That if you see any tout, if you know any tout, if you know somebody who is living around you and you don't know what that person is doing for a living, you call the number, we'll come and pick him up. Yes. If you have anybody you don't know what he's doing, where does he live, what does he do, call us, call the security agencies. We'll come and pick him up. He will tell us what he does. If you are in Anambra, you must have something doing. If you don't have something doing, but please do what? Leave. And the market leaders, the president of Asmata, Where is he? Okay. Onwa, I have not seen the leaders of the various markets who are supposed to be here today, because they have a tenure, and that tenure will be all of you, from your own team to the tenure of all those market leaders who end in March. Wait. They will end in March. I've told my even the TC chairman, this is a war. It is a war. Renewing it from April 1 will depend on the successes we make with regards to this war. From April 1, whether it will be renewed or not renewed will depend on the success that we make in this war. Any market where touts operate, any market will get calls, touts operate in this market, we will disband that market union that day. Yes. So, that's why I wanted this meeting, what I'm just conveying to you, very, very serious, because tomorrow I would have demanded that this meeting be held here, and you bring all of them from all the executive, all the entire. I wanted them to hear me clearly, but they are not here. Okay? You will have to convey that message. If it happens in main market, then you know that the leadership is not ready to work. They step down. If it happens in Ose, then the leadership is not ready to work, they leave. If it happens in any market, because these leaders use all manner of these styles also to harass innocent men and so on. You know? Yes. No. Don't worry. Don't worry. I am coming to the markets myself. I will come. I will come to the market. I'll come to the market. I have said it that part of our response, because the motto of our political party is leave no one behind. Be your brothers and sisters keeper. Onyaga na 1 year. Okay? Onyaga na 1 year. And so I had announced as part of the palliative and also central to the manifesto and the programs of APGA that we should not collect anything from all these hawkers, petty traders. You go to somebody who has this small table, wheelbarrow, vulcanizers, and all of these people. We said we should stop collecting anything from them. Thank you. I think that's why when I say I'm disappointed they're not here, because I wanted them to hear me, because each market will now be responsible. These people, they're there, they will be here, they will be in all places stationed. But each market leadership will now take responsibility. If there is any touting in main market, the leadership there will go down. If there is touting in Ochanja, the leadership there will go down. That is it. That's no if and but about it. Eba and Ocha, you guys, I think this message, you're going to have meeting, you're going to call all your people from assistant to whatever. For each market, all the executives must attend that meeting and write the attendance. I want to see the attendance from each market, so that this message is passed down to them. They know that they are working day by day. Each day they go. The day this touting or collection of all these things from these innocent helpless and hapless people. People come there to shop, and all you end, they buy something from there. Even to go to the vehicle, somebody stops him to collect. Then he goes to collect, somebody stops him to collect. There are several people issuing receipts and issuing all kinds of stuff. And the ones that are receipted and non-receipted. All this must stop. All this must stop. All this must stop. And anybody who is stopping anybody and collecting, asking you to pay whatever and so on and so forth. Of course, the revenue agencies are there, but the revenue agencies know where they operate. Not in the markets. Okay? When they get to the markets, it is the shop owners, not those who have come to shop. Nobody should harass anybody who comes to shop. Nobody. Because once they continue to harass these people, then people stop coming to Onitsha to buy. MCC. Bebe, Oga Junction, MCC. Niger Street. Ochanjabida. Electrical. Okay. Don't worry. Don't bother. I think they are hearing you. They are hearing you. We are going to, the first thing is that all these markets, they have got their own security thing. Their primary job now is to turn all those security to make sure that nobody harasses anybody who comes to shop in their market. That will be their job. Not to use those markets to collect anything. Not to use the markets to collect anything. You know? Anambra must be good. Anambra is a blessed land. We are the light of the nation, and we cannot be renegades and anything. We cannot be a lawless society. Cannot be a lawless place. So, for those for whom touting, going out in the morning, I know many people, I am told many people flock to Anambra to go and hustle. Go to Anambra to hustle. But if you hustle, you will find something to do. Hustling doesn't mean stealing from others. We don't do that. If you come to Anambra, if you have nothing else to do, learn a skill. We have our 1 youth, 2 skills. Some have finished, and we'll be having their graduation, I think, either Friday or Saturday. Okay? This week. Friday. We'll be having their graduation ceremony on Friday this week. Okay? And when they finish graduating, we'll find them something to do. We'll find them something to do. So come. We'll train you and get you something. And in any case, there is now a law, a draft law that is before the State House of Assembly. And when that law is passed, anti-touting and all of this, touting. From now till the law is passed, when they get you, sorry for you. But when it is finished passing it, when they get you, you are going straight into jail. Lock you up there and forget you. Because you are a nuisance to society. You know? We can't have this. We can't have this kind of place. I remember on each of those days, I used to come on holiday here. You could walk everywhere, walk even in the midnight and so on. Nightlife will come back to Onitsha fully. Nightlife will come back to Onitsha fully. Because this team that we find here, they will be patrolling 24 hours together with the armed forces, together with the police, the area commander. We are going to discuss with the CP and yourself and all the area commands and the and the divisional police of around here, in and around, that we have to have this 24-hour surveillance, patrols, everywhere. And we have numbers that they call, and there should be a rapid response, so that citizens can move about 24 hours, 24 by 7. We're going to rejig all of this. Not the occasional policing. It has to be 24-hour policing, to get the city safe. And working with these guys, I'm pretty sure we'll be able to bring back law and order fully to this town. This is not a place to live. Onitsha is the largest city, the biggest city in the southeast. It is the biggest city, the biggest commercial city in the southeast, at least. And it must be, the word is must. It must be a livable and prosperous city. It must be a livable and prosperous city. And the first step to that is security, law, and order. Security, law, and order. And I want to plead with all those who are beneficiaries of this. There are sponsors of this. You know them. If you know them, send their number to us. Thank you very much. In fact, if you know them, who has got my phone number? Get me the phone number. Let me give you the numbers you call. 172-80990. Eh? Oh, it's 090, sorry. It's 090, okay? 090-172-80990. You got it? Good. And I will give you other numbers if you want. I will give you other numbers. You getting it? The next one, 070-398-96429.